Hey everybody. Taking a stab at this uh, live chat thing. Uh, Live broadcast. Suppose I should put my glasses on even though I can't see the screen with it. Okay, I gotta stop it now because there's something wrong. I don't know what it is. Oh, wait, no, now it's back. I hope everybody's seeing me out there. I have no idea. Just waiting for people to join up. Howdy, welcome to my test chat. This is the first one I'm doing on my webcam. I've got an app downloading in the background too, so I shrunk my picture so I can't see who's there. Let's see, there's one viewer. Howdy, whoever you are. Let's see. Pardon me looking off my nose like this, but I gotta use my bifocals to see the screen. I think I'll just take my glasses off. Some kind of an error. I don't know what that is. Okay. To know. I'm trying to follow Papa's instructions how to set up this chat thing. Don't know if it's working. Uh-oh, I lost the window. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oops. I'm just trying to get this set up, so. And I don't know what I'm doing yet, so as you could probably obviously tell. Let's see. Let's try this. It says there's one viewer, but I don't know if that's me it's talking about or somebody else. So I had a call coming in. Pardon me if anyone's out there looking, trying to get it set up here. Nobody's there. Why is it telling me a caller's coming in? I don't know. I gotta close some of these windows that are running up here. Maybe that could be. Oh, okay. There we go. I think I got it coming up here now. Holy doggone, I did it. Holy baloney. Oh, okay. There we go. I think I got it coming up. Holy doggone, I did it. There's a lot of feedback on this end. I don't know if you're hearing it out there or not. There's a lot of feedback on this end. I don't know if you're hearing it out there or not. I got trying to figure out how to turn it down. I mean, I'll turn my sound off. Did that stop it? Are you still getting a lot of feedback? Because I muted it on my end, so hopefully it would take care of some of that. Thanks, Grandma Liz. I appreciate you coming in. But am I coming through all right? I mean, can you still hear me with it muted? Good to see you too. Grandma Liz, I made you a moderator. If anyone comes on with bad language or anything, you can kick them off. If I don't catch it, you can help me control it. It's kind of weird to me because I've never done this before. How is the color on the camera? Because I do have a light up here. I don't have a cord for it yet, but I want to get better lighting if need be. Because I'm sitting right by a window, and a lot of times when I got the curtains open, it reflects off my bald head. You just right click on the person's name if they're being nasty, and you can put them in timeout or block them or whatever, because I don't want anyone attacking anybody on my channel. And maybe you could help me do that. If you don't want to, I can remove it from you, but Right now, I'm just experimenting. Is it bright? It's really bright. Okay. Now it's going to get like night in here, though, because I turned my light off. And there is latency, so it's going to take a minute to catch up. Thank you very much. How is it now? Is it awful dark? Mainly, I wanted you to be able to, like, if someone's attacking another person, in any way, you can, put them in timeout or as a warning, or get rid of them altogether. If they're, they keep doing it, then you can just block them. There's 3 people watching. Who are the other people? I don't see them. Let's go down here a little bit. I'm just new to this, so hi everybody. Anyway, thanks for joining the chat. As you can see, it's a live show, but it's also a call-in show. So you can call that number in the title there and talk to me if you want to live when we're doing a live chat. That number will only be working when I'm doing a live chat because it's connected to the computer. Unless I have too much trouble with it, and then I'll take it down. Well, that's great then, Grandma Liz. If you've been a moderator, then you kind of know what you got to do. I appreciate you helping me. I really do. I don't really foresee any trouble, but you never know with people nowadays. Hey, little dumpling, how are you? Good afternoon to you, too. The number is in the title for my live chat stream. It's 989-402-5066. And I have to tell you, be forewarned, you'll be on the air, and everyone will be able to hear anything you say. Just so you know. I'm pretty good, little dumpling. Just trying to weather out the storm we had here. It's, everything's, I'd say it's about 42, maybe 44 out there today. And of course, after having a bunch of snow, you get slop. And then it froze one day. So now everything's kind of melting and making a big mess. And I live in the woods. So we don't have a paved road. It's like a 2-track, and it gets really, really muddy. And water so deep it comes up on your windshield. Okay, the number was 989 area code 402-5066. You might want to write it down somewhere so if anyone else doesn't know that they can call in and stuff too. Grandma Liz, you can give them the number if I don't see it come up, because sometimes I know, like when I'm watching my friend Papa's channel, the chats come up so fast you can't read them fast enough. I don't know what I will talk about on this channel because I'm relatively a boring person. I'm not a real active person, so it's like I'm very boring. Yeah, everyone give me a thumbs up if you like it or not. I normally wear glasses, but I can't see the screen with my glasses on. But I'll try it. Cause see, when I got my glasses on, then I gotta look down my nose at the or through my bifocals to see the screen, and they're a pain. Yeah, see, then you get reflection off my glasses too. I'm surprised that you can actually see me in here because my room here, I'm in my man cave, it is dark in here. I'm surprised. Just let me know if it starts getting too dark, everybody, and I'll turn my lights on. Once again, the number is 989-402-5066. And if you call that number, you will be live on the air. Yes, it is. The number's in the description. Well, in the title, I guess. I don't know what you actually, I guess it's a title. And I'll probably just leave that title all the time. So the number's in there. So welcome to my home in the woods. If you watch my videos, you've probably seen that by now that I live in the woods in Northeast Michigan. Love it out here. I have 5 cats, 1 dog, and a parrot that we've had for years. I used to have a macaw and another yellow-naped Amazon. I had a green wing macaw. She's beautiful. If you go on my Facebook page, it's Dwayne B. Campbell on Facebook. You can see all my pictures there. And talk to me there too. If you want, I have Messenger too. And Twitter. Can't remember what my name is on Twitter now. I think it's Campbell Kids. KIDZ and the number 1, I believe, on Twitter. But I don't really use it too much. Hi there, Food Forest Permaculture. Thank you for joining. It's nice to see you. How is it there where you're at? Hello? Anyone there? I can hear someone there, but I can't.
Hello, Grampy. It's Grandma Liz.
Hi, how are you?
I wanted to try to see.
What was that?
There's a lag.
Oh, yeah, there always is.
Yeah, it's good to hear your voice.
Yeah, you too.
I can hear myself repeating everything.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job. You're brave. You're really brave. I'm proud of you. Anyway, I'll let you go so somebody else can give you a call. Okay?
Okay, thanks for calling.
I love you, honey.
Yeah, you too. God bless you. Bye now.
God bless you.
That was Grandma Liz. I gotta take these glasses off. I can't stand that reflection in my face. So I've got well, can you tell this isn't scripted? What you see is what you get. I live in the woods. Used to have chickens, I don't anymore. I'm thinking about getting them back, but with the price of eggs nowadays, especially if you're buying organic eggs, which mine were, um, the last ones I looked at were I think they were Eggland's Best. I had brown eggs. I like those better than white. And not that there's anything wrong with white. I eat white all the time. We buy by the case, the 60 egg cases from Walmart. It's like, I love them. Is that some of you may know? I'm doing a ketogenic diet. Um, and one of the main things with the ketogenic diet that you can eat are eggs. I'm seeing a little bit of a chunky leg now. I hope you guys are not seeing that. Thank you, little dumpling. Oh, it's your birthday, Grandma Liz? Well, happy birthday. I'm 56 years old, by the way. uh, yeah, up here, little dumpling, that Eggland's Best eggs are like, I think the last ones I saw at Walmart were like $4.59 a dozen. It's like, ugh. Oh, I love me some bacon and sausage, Grandma Liz. Yes, food forest permaculture eggs are extremely healthy. It's like I have lost over 120 pounds so far. I think it's less. I think it was 128 actually. When I started this, I weighed 365 pounds, and type 2 diabetic, and I'm hoping to get rid of all that stuff. I tried to, like my friend Papa does, the 100 calorie eating at least 100 calories every hour. That's fine and dandy, but for me, it was like as soon as you eat anything, it's like you balloon up like a balloon, and it's like I need something that's going to stay, you know. Yeah, Grandma Liz, I had 15 of them. Well, two of them were roosters. Yep. The keto itself, Grandma DC got me into it, and I think been close to a year, I think, because she's the one that got me into it. She could tell you better than me. I've been sending her pictures too of my progress and stuff. So she's got all that. I hope she puts it up someday as, proof to everybody that keto does work. You're 71 today? Oh, wow. That's awesome. My parents live right across the road from me. My dad is 76. No, he's going to be 77 in June. And my mom's a couple years behind him, and her birthday's in May, so she'll be moving up another year pretty soon. They just celebrated a few years ago, they celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary. They're moving on up to 60 now. They've been married a year longer than I am old, so I'm 56, so they'll be married 57 years, the 26th of August this year. I don't feel like a baby, Grandma Liz. I feel like an old fart. Feeling better, though. I can't do, as Grandma DC will tell you, I can't do 100% keto. I'm doing as much as I can squeeze in on our budget because it is expensive, but it's not as expensive as some of the other diets. No, little dumpling, it's not that Hope it doesn't shut down on me. Oh, now we're back. Yeah, with the keto. Uh-oh, I lost my picture. Intermittent fasting really does help. Little Dumpling, if you want to check out more info on the ketogenic diet, you can check out Dr. Eric Berg. And I really like to watch Dr. Berry. I have videos from them, or their channels are featured on my YouTube page in my featured friends list. They're in there. They have a lot of videos. Another one is Dr. Axe, just like it sounds. Axe. Yeah. You search his videos too. He's got videos on the ketogenic diet. They're finding out now just how beneficial it is to eat ketogenic, because that's the way we used to eat years ago. Yep, Grandma Liz, I do too. Love Dr. Berg and Dr. Berry. I like Dr. Berry even more because he gets a little bit, well, brass tacks, you know. He lets them know out there that are skeptics of everything. And the fact that he's a medical doctor also makes a big difference for me. Because I think Dr. Berg is a chiropractor. I think he's still a doctor, but I like the MD at the end of the name because I know it doesn't really mean much, but it kind of makes you feel like he knows what he's talking about a little more, you know. I eat a lot of butter and a lot of eggs, hamburger, not the expensive hamburger. I can afford that. Yes, he is, Grandma Liz. He's very tongue-in-cheek, but he tells it like it is. That's what I really like. He's a really nice guy. So is Dr. Burke, though. You know. And you guys, check out Grandma DC's channel, too. Search for Grandma DC Keto Insanity, I think, on YouTube. She's got a lot of stuff. I'm diabetic. Two tablespoons of coconut oil and about a tablespoon. I like of whipping cream, but I like my coffee kind of an amber color. I don't like it really white. You drink that and you get all that fat in your diet, trust me, you will go a long time without eating with no ill effects. Because don't you have a thing where your sugar goes too low? Is that what hypo means? Or it goes too high? Either way, the ketogenic diet, you'll be surprised how it will control your blood sugar. Because you're taking your body from burning carbs for energy to burning fat for energy. And it's amazing. I'm telling you, it really is. Yes, Grandma Liz, he does. You really need to check it out there, Little Dumpling, because you can get off of a lot of medications and everything else. The ketogenic diet is amazing. Am I right, Grandma Liz? Okay. Well, even if you're not diabetic, Little Dumpling, if your sugar goes too low, you actually are. It's a different type. But if you're eating high fat, low carbs, you will be surprised how much you don't get hungry. You make that bulletproof coffee, like I was saying, and fry 4 eggs in the morning for your breakfast in butter. I fry eggs, 4 of them every morning, and I put butter, a tablespoon of butter in the pan or lard, and cook them in there. And that fat, you got to get your fat up to like 70% of your calorie intake for the day. It is amazing. I'm telling you. See, Grandma Liz even says so. It is awesome. It's like I had this morning, I had 4 eggs cooked in butter, and I had my bulletproof coffee, and I haven't eaten since. And I'm diabetic. Normally, on my normal standard American diet, I would be sitting here right now just shaking because I needed sugar. And that's gone by the wayside. And my A1C has come down. It's like, and my blood sugar is staying where it's supposed to. It's like, I can't wait. I got to go the 26th of March to my doctor. And I want to see last time or this time what my A1C is. Because last time it was going up to like 7.3, and that's the scary zone for me. Because my sugar used to run like 5.3, something like that. But then it started climbing. And I said, oh, I can't have this. Yes, Grandma Liz, she will love it. Yes, carbohydrates, they will do one thing to you. They will kill you. It's, well, I'll let the doctors tell you. Go watch Dr. Berry and Dr. Berg and Dr. Axe and listen to all their information on the ketogenic diet. There's Keto Casey, there's Keto Connect. They're Keto Connect, they're a little more extreme, but they're young kids that are doing a lot of sports type things anyway. And they do what they call cutting for sports and that, but I'm not into that. I couldn't live that way. It's too expensive. Oh yes, and little dumpling, you got to get some cold pressed organic coconut oil, and you put a tablespoon of that in your coffee if you're a coffee drinker. And some whipping cream and a tablespoon of butter. Put it in your coffee and mix it up. You can put a little flavoring in it, but the coconut, if you get the coconut oil and it doesn't taste like coconut, it's too refined. You don't want it. Okay, I'll see you later then, Grandma Liz. Thanks for stopping. And happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Grandma Liz. Happy birthday to you. I will, Grandma Liz. That's what I use too, Grandma Liz. But I use the coconut oil that's cold pressed organic stuff. You can get it at Walmart. And it's for something for a pint. I think it's a pint of it. And it tastes like coconut, smells like coconut, so it is coconut. But they have this other brand called Luann brand, and it don't smell like coconut, it don't taste like coconut, so therefore I don't know that it's coconut. If it's supposed to be coconut oil, I want to taste coconut. It's just like olive oil. If it don't taste like olive oil, it ain't olive oil. At least to me, it's not. And that's a whole nother subject there that I could get into about olive oil and stuff like that. The different oils you buy in the store, they're not what they say they are. If you check out on YouTube when around the internet you can see for yourself. I hope you have a happy birthday, Grandma Liz. Go and eat that Chinese and yum yum. I love Chinese too. Butcher Boy. That's what I have this time, I think. And it's refined. It doesn't have the coconut taste, but they got it at the dollar store up here for little jars. And I had no choice this time. I couldn't afford the other stuff. So, yes, little dumpling, I can. Just, let's see. I don't know if I have. I get Walmart sells the butter, and you can get two pounds, and they're cellophane wrapped together. I buy that. They tell you, a lot of them tell you buy Kerrygold butter and all this fancy organic stuff, and that later on, if you get more money and stuff, you can do that kind of stuff. But I can't afford that, so I buy about two of the two double packs of butter at Walmart. Buy Grandma Liz. And I buy the big, it's a big thing like this of heavy whipping cream. And then I forget what the Great Value, I think it is. It's in a little, about jar so high if you're on a budget for like four something it's a pint jar of coconut oil. And you just put a tablespoon of coconut oil in your coffee cup, a tablespoon of butter, and a tablespoon or more, depending. I use a great big mug for my bulletproof coffee, and put quite a bit of whipping cream in there to your liking, And I buy the straight stevia because I'm diabetic, so I don't want nothing extra in it but stevia. Like your Truvia and stuff like that, that's not pure stevia. It's got maltodextrin and stuff like that in it, which is just sugar. You'd be surprised how they hide it. And I put to taste, this little stevia that comes in a itty bitty, like a 30-second or something like that of a teaspoon. I put 3, 4, 5, depending on how big my mug is that I'm making my coffee in. And I drink that every morning. And you will not believe how you don't get hungry. And you can eat cheese, all the cheese you want, but don't eat anything low fat or low carb cheese products or dairy products because they put things in them to make them fattening so you eat more. It's a marketing thing. Buy full fat everything, nothing diet. I do drink diet pop. I can't give it up because I gave up too many other things. Don't eat bread. Don't eat things made with flour because it's all carbs. And usually you try to, if you're an active person, get your carbs to around 50 carbs a day. And if you're more sedentary, like most of us are now, you take and you get it down to about 20 carbs a day. Hi, Tetsie. How you doing? Welcome to my chat. Everybody tells me it's working. And I've got a number set up where you can call in too and everything. Would you like to be a moderator for me, Tessie? Yeah, don't buy anything with aspartame in it. Pepsi has one that's got Splenda in it, which is great, but it's better than aspartame. So you can do, that kind of stuff too. Thanks, Tessie. Oh, thanks a lot. Yeah, for adding my channel into your favorites. Yes, I got you in my featured channels too. You and Papa's channels in there, and Grandma DC and Doug and Stacy, and well, you could see. So, how is it out there in Pennsylvania? Love you too, Tessie. What you mean, little dumpling? My calling number? What I did, it's wet here too, Tessie. Everything's melting. Very wet. I live in the woods. It's about 42 to 44 here today. Well, it's probably going down now. But little dumpling, what I did is I have an old Magic Jack, and I set up on the Magic Jack a Google Voice number. And you can go to their website. I think it's pcphonesoft.net. It's all one word, I believe, except for the .net. And they sell a program that's called GV Jack. And you use that. It will program this used to be used. We had it in our house. We used it for the regular Magic Jack. We pay so much a year and all that. But this software programs the Magic Jack box. So it installs your Google Voice number, which is a free number, onto that box. And it's connected to my computer, and people can call in live at that number and talk to me. Okay, Tessie. I'll put the number up here again just in case anybody wants it. I've had the number for quite a while. I just never used it. Actually, I forgot about it being there. Hey, maybe I won't screw up my typing so much, because on my thumbs, in my hands, I have arthritis in my hands, rheumatoid arthritis, and it's very painful. But it's getting better now too. Uh-oh, I lost my chat. Where'd it go? Oh no. What happened to my chat window? It's gone. Well, there it is. Okay. Oh, I clicked the wrong spot. There we go. Well, there's the call-in number. Yeah, you can. You plug it in, little dumpling, you plug it into your USB port, your Magic Jack, that you put the software on it with, and as long as the computer's on and it's plugged in, you can use that. So you have a channel. Am I one of your subscribers, little dumpling? I can't remember. You look familiar. But yeah, you can use it all the time. You can use it as your um, house phone if you wanted to. I know you have to pay for some services, but what I'm using right now, I don't pay for, and I've had this Google Voice number for a couple of years now, and I totally forgot about having it. So when I was trying to set up my live chat and stuff, I've been working on it for about a week now, as Tessie knows. Um, I decided I'm going to try that and see if it'll work. Well, Grandma Liz called me on it, and it worked. You get a little feedback, but it's cool. Okay, Tessie. I am too, but not quite as extreme as you are, Tessie. Not there's anything wrong with it. I love that. However, I do live in the woods on a very low income. So I kind of know what the frugalness and stuff is like. So there's no problem with the sound or anything like that, uh, or the picture. I had the light on, but Grandma Liz was telling me that it was really bright. Well, Tessie, if you had a Magic Jack, even one that doesn't work anymore, you can plug it right into your computer. That's what I have. And it has a port on it. We can plug a telephone into it, and you can use it that way. Well, thanks, Tessie. You're helping me out a lot. I'm new to this. I don't know much, what to talk about and stuff. So I can give you a little info. Okay, little dumpling. I'll catch you later then. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, Tessie, I made you moderator, so if you catch anything that off color and stuff, you know what to do. Thanks. I appreciate that, Tessie. For a little history on me, um, I wrote a book. I haven't got it published yet because to self-publish is so expensive. I can't afford that kind of stuff. Um, kind of saying the way I grew up and stuff. But I grew up not too far from here, and my childhood was not the greatest. Um, we went through a lot of problems and stuff, and I was pretty much a slave, put it that way. Yeah. And we built our house. Let's see. I got to be careful what I say because I have family members that watch this and stuff too, and I don't want to stir the pot. What um, well, let's see. We moved into the house building when I was 9, and yeah, I did. I have it. I got it right here. I can show you. It's all handwritten. I have 4 or 5 or more of these books here with things wrote down on. So what I might do someday is read some of my stuff out of my books and that, but it'll be edited, of course. But I I had to handwrite everything, and I can't type all that now. You know. Yeah, we had and when we moved into our house, it was nothing but 2x4s for walls, and there was that visqueen, I think they call it, plastic that was covering the outsides of the 2x4s to make walls, and then we had walls inside with plastic too. You could look right through the house and see everybody sleeping in their beds. And that was basically where the house was when we got it. And from the time I was 9 years old till when I moved out when I was 16, going on 17, that's all I did was help my dad, my mom, and my uncles build our house. I didn't have a life. I was just working all the time. And in between there, my dad was laid off a lot from work. So I went to work at 13 or so at the elementary school, which is just within 10 miles from me right now, working for the SARE program. And I was taking care and feeding and paying the bills for 7 people at 13. Um, I worked as a janitor at the elementary school. And the rest of the time when I was home, we were cutting down trees, cutting firewood. I was dragging trees through the woods, splitting firewood, um, building a house, then later building an addition on the house. Then after that, building a garage. So it was like I didn't have time for nothing. Um, Never had a car until I moved out on my own. Um, I got an old yellow junker Mustang. You open the trunk and you can see pavement on both sides. So you couldn't put nothing in the trunk. I paid $160 for the car. I remember that. I worked at the Texan restaurant that used to be in Bay City, Michigan, because I took an apartment there when I moved out because things weren't so good on the home front. Um, there were some things that I care not to discuss, because I do have family and it would serve no purpose to hurt everybody. I don't want to do that. Um, Besides, we forgive. Um, I have 2 children now and a wife. She's out in the other room. She may pop in from time to time to get in on the live chats. I don't know. Um, I'm worried about her because she coughs constantly because her and I used to be smokers, but we've been away from it now for over 30 years. Um, I did all kinds of odd jobs and stuff like that, trying to support my kids. I ran a business. Well, I ran 5 different businesses at once. I used to sell House of Lloyd products, Christmas around the world. I didn't sell them. I ran businesses and I had people working under me. And at the same time, my son had just been born. I took care of him because my wife worked as a nurse's aide, certified nurse's aide, for over 32 years. I did it for 17 years. And she had a full-time job, so I had to stay home and I took care of the kids. It wasn't the way I wanted things, but that's the way it ended up. Uh, I have done all kinds of things to try and make it as most of us do. Um, I went to jail because there for a while I moved to Texas and I lived down there for almost a year. And it was too hot down there and too many bugs. And while I was down there, we lived way down in the middle of Texas and it was really hot. In the daytime down there, you stayed inside because you didn't want to get French fried. So me and my sister, I was living with them. I went down there looking for work, which I never did find. Uh, we were in the evening out walking and we went by this old abandoned house. I bent over and picked up a coat hanger that was laying on the ground. And I was bending it, manipulating it, walking down the road. And all of a sudden, these police cars came. I mean, there must have been like 8, 9 cars. And they tackled me, arrested me and my sister. And my sister was a minor at the time. Took us to jail. We didn't even know what for. And I spent about a good month of torture in jail. It it was awful. Well, one of the guys that was in the cell with me, I told him my story and stuff. Didn't know why I was arrested and that kind of stuff. And he says, "Well, if you cop a plea, you can find out what's going to happen to you. They'll take you to court sooner." So when the jailer came around, I said, I told him about it, and the guys in the cell told me you asked for a plea sheet. So that's what I did. And I filled out the plea sheet and um, saying that I was guilty, that I did these things. And they said, if you say that, it'll get you to court and you can find out what's going to happen to you. So that's what I did. Got to the courtroom, and of course, I completely changed my story. The judge asked me if I was guilty. Okay, I was a young student. I was 17, maybe going on 18, and I'd never been in trouble for nothing. And I walked in that courtroom and I lost it because I was in handcuffs and the whole 9 yards. I mean, it was really scary. Well, I'm bawling my eyes out. Yes, I cry. And the judge looked at me and he says, "This guy didn't do anything." And the judge handed me a $20 bill for a taxi so I could get home. Well, man, I walked home. It was like 30 miles back to my sister's house. And it was like a scene from Love Story or something. One of the people in the building told my sister that I was walking up the driveway. And my sister came out and we're running to each other. It is like in slow motion. We're hugging and stuff and all that stuff. It was really nice. But it wasn't nice when I was in there. Oh, cockroaches big enough to eat a Buick. Oh, I will never, ever go to Texas again for more than one reason. How is the light in here? Can you all still see me okay and everything? Because it's getting dark. Yeah, it's almost 5:30 here, and it's getting dark. So I don't know if I should turn the light on or not. Okay, while I was in jail, though, okay, first of all, I need to take it back a little bit. I got saved when I became a Christian, born again Christian, when I was 9 years old. to 11 years old. I don't know. And I still have right here, if I don't mess anything up here, my original Bible that I got from my Sunday school teacher when I was that young. Let's see what it says right in the cover. Given to me by, okay, I was 12, okay. Given to me on March 10th, 1974. Baptized, I wasn't baptized right away, but I got baptized in 1995. When people ask me, they say, how come your Bible is so beat up? And I said, because I'm not. I have went through so many things in my life, like a lot of people have, but God's love and His grace is the only thing that got me through. While I was in jail, I got closer to the Lord, and I really feel He came to visit me while I was in there. Well, I've always loved to sing. So I used to be in choir in school and at church and everything else. So I started singing in my jail cell. And when I would sing, I'm kidding, the jail would get really quiet. And I had some of the guys say, that they loved it when they sang, but they would be quiet for quite a while. And I'll never know till I get to heaven if maybe, just maybe, some of them found the Lord. I sure hope so. I'm sorry, I never intended for my chat to go this way. Thanks, Tessa, you got me started. Oh, that's okay. But there's a lot of things that went down years ago and stuff that are over with now. So I'm trying to go forward and live for today, not yesterday, and forgive. I'm not perfect at it, but I do my best. You know. Thanks, Tessie. I'm embarrassed now. But there were different things that happened. I know I had one guy that was in the cell next to me. He used to ask me to sing all the time. And I sang most of the time that I was there because the Lord's presence was on me so heavy. And he used to cry. I could hear him. He would never admit to it, but I could hear him. And then he would write little notes on toilet paper and stuff asking me to sing certain songs. He was a black man. And I hope he went by Grasshopper. That's all I ever knew him by. And don't know what his real name was. I don't need to know. The Lord knows. It's like you never know what kind of impact you're going to have on somebody's life without even knowing it. And that's my mission in life these days. I mean, is to populate heaven and plunder hell. It's like I want to take as many people away from Satan as I can. And believe me, I deal with my trolls too. But it's like Lord Jesus loves them too, you know. it's hard to pray sometimes for people that use you and abuse you and stuff like that, but they do it because they have issues of their own. And I remember I used to watch TBN all the time, and Paul Crouch used to say when they were getting the little satellite dishes, they were called DBS satellites. I used to call them devil busting satellites. I thought that's awesome because there's the largest Christian network in America and around the world. So, yeah, I've got a lot of things in my life and a long ways, all this far anyway, with no money whatsoever. I pray to the Lord and I ask Him for everything that I have. I was praying, well, this house that I'm living in now, came over here. This house had sat abandoned or empty for like 10 years. I used to come over here and I'd walk around the house with a bottle of anointing oil, and I anointed all the corners of this property. I went all the doors on the house with anointing oil, and I claimed it as mine. Well, I started talking to the man sow a seed. So he said, sow $50 as your seed, and God will, move a mountain for you and help you accomplish what you want. So I did. He said $50. So, okay, I said, okay, Lord, I'll do it. Well, the next week I was working, taking care of my wife's aunt and being paid a little bit for that. And I sowed the seed, the $50. I put it on a green dot card because I didn't have credit cards. I called TBN, Trinity Broadcasting Network, to donate the money. I didn't care what they did with it. God said, do it. So I did it. I was on the phone with TBN to give the money. The guy that owned this house called me at the same time and says, I'll give you the house. I will sell you the house. And I started bawling. I was so happy. I just, couldn't contain it. And I called my wife and I says, we got the house. We got the house with no money. And the man that owns the house let me have the house for almost 3 months before we actually lived in it to fix it up where I could make it livable for us to live in. Now, you can call that what you want to. And you can say it's just chance and it doesn't mean anything. But to me, it means everything. Jesus loves me and He showed it. And I got this house with no money at all. I lived in it, working on it for those, 2-3 months. I can't remember exactly what it was. I was so overwhelmed. And this place was a dump, pretty much. And my mom and dad across the road, they come over and they worked. I have videos on my YouTube channel showing what the house and my yard and everything looked like when I got it. Junk that was piled up to the bay window to the ground, and it was like 5 foot high or so. I'm telling you, it was Jesus, 100%. You can say what you want to, but I've always tried to listen and do what the Lord tells me to do. And I've always got blessed. Now, when I was a kid, there was this family that lived up the road from me in the house that we used to live in, and they were poor. And I loved them dearly. They didn't have a Christmas, and they didn't even have a Christmas tree. And I was working at the elementary school then as a janitor, and I told my dad, I says, Dad, will you take me to the tree lot? I got to get them a tree. Dad says, oh, you can't do that. They're going to take advantage of you. I said, Dad, I want to do it. Well, Dad didn't understand, but he took me to get the tree for these people. And he walked with me. I'm glad he was there. He walked with me to their house, and we were dragging their tree up the road, like for Christmas tree. When they opened the door, they immediately broke out in tears. Oh, I feel the Lord's presence right now. They were so happy, and there was so much hugging and kissing going on and stuff, and just loving on each other. And we went to leave that night, and I said, you still think I was wrong, Dad? And he said, no. I said, the Lord told me to do it. I had to do it. And ever since then, I've seen people on the street and holding up signs asking for food. Now, in my mind, it's like, okay, this is some drunk and he wants money and stuff to get loaded. But I said, it is not my place to judge those people. My place is to show Jesus. So I went by because I didn't have anything. I went home and I got a bunch of food and stuff, whatever I could get together, and I took it back to that person, and they were still there at that store with the sign. I got out, took the stuff to them, and I said, this comes to you in the name of Jesus. Gave it to them and left. And several times it's happened where I've only had a couple of dollars in my wallet and stuff, or change, and see somebody without, where the Lord told me to help that person. And I've done that all my life. And it's like, I truly think I wouldn't have got as far as I've got in my life if I hadn't done those things. Because when you sow a seed, it comes back to you. It's like when you help somebody, it doesn't go unnoticed. It may on this earth, but it doesn't to the Father. I always think of the story of the widow's mite, when she thought she didn't have enough to make a difference in the situation back then. And the Lord said that she gave more than anyone else because she gave from her heart. It's like we all have this facade that we show people. But we also have what's inside of us. Yeah. And that's where I try to live from. You know? So I have so many things to be thankful for that, I mean, I've tried to, emails I send out, text messages I send out, I don't waste time. It's always got something about Jesus in it and how to get saved, and how to have a relationship with him. It's, thanks, Tessa. You mean more to me than you even know. It's, YouTube is really, and the internet especially, I mean, it can be used for a lot of bad things. and things I shouldn't be used for. But I try to take advantage of everything I can to get the message out there for the Lord. Emails, text messages, Facebook messages. I'm going to tell you about Jesus. I post Bible verses all the time, and I also do Bible studies, as Tessie knows. I don't know if I lost everybody, but, Tessa, you touched me deeply too, more than you know. That I don't get to watch your prayer and praise things all the time, but you remember that day that I was on there and you were talking to me and stuff? You have no idea how that affected me. The things you were saying were things that were going on in my head at the time. It's like, I think we were spiritually connected, or God gave you a word of knowledge or something about what to say, because you were talking right to me. And I mean more than one, talking to my heart and stuff. It's like, I just hope YouTube doesn't put a stop to this. Yeah, I might have 50 cents in my pocket. That's all I ever have. But I've proved over and over and over again, you don't need money. I think I better turn my light on. It's getting mighty dark in here. Yeah, well, Tessie, you're my sister in Jesus. I can't wait. I may never meet you, on this earth, but I will definitely look you up in heaven. Kindness is my nature. Um, my wife says that I have patience of a saint. I don't think so. And I'm very abusive to her sometimes, verbally, not physically. Oh, now I'm getting a bleached out face. I don't know how you can see it on there, but it looks, my light is really hitting me. If I put my head on, if it'll help. I don't know. Gotta wait for it to catch up. Yeah. Sometime, Tessie, I'd like to meet your husband too, and your family. I think I'm on your son. I think I've subscribed to your son's and daughter's page. I think. Not sure, but I think. Yeah, there's only 2 people watching now. I think I lost everybody when I started talking about Jesus and my life and stuff. Well, the hat doesn't help anything. Maybe I can put my hat over the light. Let's see. Does that help? See if that helps tone the light down a little bit. I have a light up here, up on the top. I don't have on now because I didn't know if I have enough light for doing video, but I guess it shows up. I have a HP laptop that I use with a 17-inch monitor on it, so I can see pretty good. There, putting the light over it. Does that help? Oh, much better? Okay. Oh, I'm very careful with who I talk to about the Lord because a lot of people just aren't ready to hear it. And I don't believe that you should force Jesus on people. It's like you just let your light shine, and hopefully they'll see something that they like in you, and they will start the conversation. And then then you can talk if you want to. Hopefully they'll be to their heart then. Tessie, we'll have to do that thing like you and Papa do sometimes where I bring you into the live chat. I don't know how to do that yet, but I had Hangouts up running and it disappeared. I don't know where it went. I don't know. Let's see if the window's open here yet. Oh, it is still open. I thought it closed on me. But I watched Papa's video how to set up live chat and stuff, but YouTube changed the way their screen's formatted on my end anyway. His video didn't work right, so I had to kind of try to figure it out myself, along with his help. Well, I suppose I should get off of here and let you go back to your day, Tessie. And it says 2 watching. I think 1 is me. I'm not sure. I don't think I'll delete my chats. I'll leave it up there so people can watch it if they want to. One thing you know, Tessie, Jesus will always be welcome in my chat. So, I do feel sorry for those people that have to be trolls, though. I hope you got something from it, Tessie, just like what you gave me the day that I watched yours. Oh yeah, Jesus is too deep in my soul. I can't ignore it. Even if I sat here and tried to do a normal chat without talking about the Lord, I don't think I could do it. I'd bring him in somehow. I don't know. You can see my. I'm glad it did. Oh, and by the way, Tessie, I love your singing voice. You have a beautiful voice. You truly have a gift. You really do. I've always loved someone that could sing. It's always been a major part of my life too. I have a CD too that I made on my computer. I might dig that out one of these days and start using the music for some of my videos or something if I can. Well, thank you, Tessie. Your voice is amazing. I'd like to see more of you singing and stuff because you got a beautiful voice. I love to hear it. I may even do it if I get enough guts. Because I've been told before that I could sing, and I sang all over the state here and stuff, but nervous. Okay, I'll let you go then, Tessie. And thanks a lot for coming. I really appreciate it. And anybody else that might be watching, I pray that you have a blessed day and be a light in somebody's life. Plant a seed in someone's heart because the Lord's word doesn't return to him void. It might return to you that way, but you don't know. When you say someone's name in prayer or anything like that, you're planting a seed and it will grow. Thanks a lot, Tessie. Thanks for stopping. God bless you and your family. Bye now. And with that, I think we'll end. Thank you all for watching and have a blessed day. And I'll see you either later or up there. Thank you. Once I figure out how to end this, there's no buttons or nothing. So let's see. How do I do this? Well, bye anyway. I'll try to close this out now somehow. I don't see an end button or anything. Yes, we will, Tessie. On the next one. Thanks a lot for coming. Bye. How do I end it? Edit? Is that it? Oh, here we go. Stop it here. Bye.